Check one, check one. Oh my god, I think we got both mics going this week, so.
Yay.
Alright, hey everybody, welcome back. Left Coast Love. Season 2, Episode 2. I think we're going to call this one Escape. Escape to New York or Escape from New York?
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York. So, yeah, Parker and I are back fresh from a quick trip back east to visit Grandma, my mother, and my brother. So, we thought it would be interesting to kind of recap some of our trip. If you're looking at the YouTube side of it, we do have some pictures up, but we try to do most of this like for the 3 people who listen to the podcast, as opposed to the 2 people who watch the podcast. But I used to fly pretty much every week for 15, 17 years. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I have 910,000 lifetime miles just with United. So I thought I was going to get to the million mile club, but
wait, how many were you at? 9,000?
No, 910,000.
Oh, you were almost there.
Almost there, but I don't think that's going to come back. But we did take a plane to New York, which required that we go to an airport.
And you got 7,000 miles out of it on the way back.
I did. I got 7,000 miles out of it, but since I flew last time, I've noticed a lot of things have changed. And I don't know if I've changed, because all of a sudden now my fly clear doesn't work. It doesn't like my fingerprints. You were there. It doesn't like my fingerprints on either hand. It doesn't like my eyes. I have to show the car. And the whole idea of fly clear, right, is that you go quickly through the line, because all you do is they scan your eyes and your ID comes up and you go straight in. So I'm the guy that's holding up the fly clear line, and poor you're standing right there.
I think it worked on our way there, but it was on our way back that it didn't work.
Well, fly clear's only on the way out of San Francisco. So, and I'm looking at you on the screen. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
is that too confusing?
Yeah.
Because you're looking at the side of my head, but I'm looking at you straight on. There you go. The other thing I noticed that was different was we had to put a credit card into the United app before we got on the plane if we wanted to buy anything on the plane. Any food or internet or... Oh, and by the way, the internet on the airplane still sucks.
Yeah, $7 for about... You can go on the United app and you get slightly more Wi-Fi than everyone else.
I couldn't... All I wanted to do was read the news, and I couldn't even get the news pages to load. Because, I mean, it tells you, hey, you can't watch videos, and you can't, stream game. I'm like, okay, I'm not, trying to game on the thing.
You can go on social media and, yeah.
Now, some other things that haven't changed is... people getting on and off the plane. I still felt like that was a little bit of a weird experience. People are still very kind of selfish and in their own, bubble. Because we saw people, thankfully we get to pre-board, right?
Mm-hmm.
After, who went first?
Isn't it disabled?
Oh, right.
Military, around the world.
Around the world. Global services.
I'll call it whatever I want to call it.
Global services.
If you have a child 2 or under, and then 1K.
1K. Then the rest of the rabble.
Yeah, I can hear the cat at the door.
I know, the cat wants to come on, but we're not going to have him...
He wants to be included.
I don't think the mics are picking him up, though. So... that thankfully allowed us to get onto the plane first, get to our seats, put our luggage up, and put our masks on and take cover. So we were kind of good. Now, was it just me or did we walk 12 miles in Newark in between the planes?
Newark and an SFO to get to things.
Oh yeah, SFO was pretty far out there too.
Because didn't we have to go to like the really fancy side? We had to go to like the
international corridor.
I thought like the international thing was just everywhere in the airport.
No, that's where the international planes, I think, or like the big coast to coast planes.
Yeah.
The more regional jets are out of the smaller area. So we made it through Newark, then got on our smaller plane and landed in Albany, New York.
Not Albany, California.
Albany, New York.
Or any other Albany, to be mistaken, Albany, New York.
And we were treated to National Rent-A-Cars, super premium deluxe plus
SE
plus selection for 4 days. So we had.
The cat is trying to open the doorknob. I can hear it.
So we had okay, you're gonna make me stop it.
I'm sorry.
Check. I think we're back.
Yep.
Are we back? Catastrophe averted. So where were we? I think we were talking about the rent SUV.
Yeah, the deluxe premium.
Deluxe premium.
Ultra. Yeah.
So nice Alfa Romeo with brown comfy leather. So at least while we were tooling around upstate New York, we got to travel in a little bit of style. Being comic books people, I thought it was fun that the New York State slogan on the license plate, and I think we might even have here. I can. Oh, no! Actually, I need to do it over here for it to show up. There we go. Oh, I guess not. Well, the slogan is Excelsior. Excelsior. Oh.
Do we try it on this side?
No, because I have the browser here. So that's why I was hoping I could pull it up. I'm still figuring out all of the. There we go. I think that'll be it. Excelsior. Just like Stan Lee.
Oh.
Right, isn't that was his slogan at the end of everything. Yeah, we could probably back up to the traveling these days. And by the way, yeah, that's my tray table with Lightning McQueen and Fillmore from the Cars movie, because nothing says "give me my space" than an adult man playing with two Matchbox cars while his daughter sits with a pair of headphones, the Pete's coffee, and her phone
I was watching
Karate Kid.
1.
Hey, nobody said anything, and I was just there playing with my cars, minding my own business.
Until that one kid came by and started screaming.
That's all right. Oh, well, only one screaming baby on the plane, but it wasn't too bad.
The pretzel solved it.
Now, one of the things we did do when we were back in New York, and typically I don't take pictures when we go to the fireman's home, but we went to visit my brother down in Hudson, New York, so that my mom and Parker and myself, we had a nice drive. I was tortured with 2.5 hours of undivided Taylor Swift. Compare and contrast the original Scooter Braun,
the original Red album,
the maligned early editions of her music, and up against the new Taylor Swift versions where she has a lot more production and what did you like, less innocence in her voice, perhaps? Like now it's like so
less
produced.
Less
country. Is that what was happening there?
Personally, I don't think there was. I can tell she has more of like the, whatever you want to call the city accent. What's it called?
A city accent?
Or like the accent she has currently instead of the country accent.
I'm sorry, but my Taylor Swift accent
But
knowledge.
what would you call the accent like that you have now?
The one I have, I don't think I have an accent. I think I just have a very kind of vanilla, plain.
Well, if someone who's country, they don't know they have a country accent, what would they call your accent?
Yeah, trying to be careful here. Am I a Yankee? Is this where we're going?
Like, what would you call it?
Okay, city versus country, I guess. Is that how we're going to do
she
it?
has like more of a city accent instead of a country accent.
Well, yeah, now she's got money. That'll change your accent. So, one of the other things we did when we were in Albany, we kind of divided and conquered. So, you got to spend kind of a day and a sleepover at
Megan's.
At your cousin Megan, and then I got to spend a day with Justin out comic book shopping and looking at Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I know, real exciting. Probably as exciting. What did you do? You guys played with cats, okay? So
no, and the dog.
And
the dog kept attacking me.
And the dog. So obviously those activities kind of more in tune with the Megan Parker vibe.
You went to Build-A-Bear.
And you went to Build-A-Bear against your father's explicit instructions.
But I got a dog.
That there would be no more Build-A-Bears. We have bins of lonely, cold Build-A-Bears out in the garage.
But I got a dog this time. With hearts on it.
So apparently that was the loophole. And they broke the news to me. So I think we can. Let's see if I can get fancy here. Can we get to the... there it is. The Tipsy Moose picture. So, the Tipsy Moose, one of our favorite places in the Capital District. One of the original one in Latham. And then they've opened a second location in Troy, New York. And that second location was where we went with your cousins and aunt to have a meal. This is not light food that they serve here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of...
I wonder if Grandma ate the leftovers.
There's a lot of poutine and gravy and cheeses and potatoes.
Mac and cheese.
They do a killer mac and cheese.
Bacon mac and cheese.
We were originally going to go to the one in Latham, but apparently it was closed for renovation, so we ended up going to the location in Troy, New York. And the funny story there is your aunt, who was with us for dinner, she and I used to work in that same building because before it was a Tipsy Moose,
Pizza Hut.
Back in the day it was a Pizza Hut, and it was the very first Pizza Hut that I ever was the store manager of. And it was right out in front of Hudson Valley, Hudson Valley Community College. So we did a lot of business during lunch. So there was always people coming in for lunch. We had like this $3.99 all-you-can-eat buffet of pizza and salad bar. But it only ran for an hour and a half. So even at the worst, most people, people just came in to have lunch quickly, cheap, get in and get out.
Yeah.
So it was a good store to kind of learn how to be a store manager. And that was also at the same time your Aunt Karen moved from Oswego to Latham.
Where's Oswego?
It's up in upstate. Up past where we were in Norwich.
Oh.
So it's where Jason, your Uncle Jason, and Aunt Karen went to college in Oswego. You know who else went to Oswego, by the way?
Grandma.
No, Jimmy.
Oh.
Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy in Tahoe. If he's one of our 4 listeners.
Bring me snow.
Bring you snow. They just had some snow again.
You can put it in
there.
like an iced tray and save it for me.
All right. So, I mean, that was kind of cool. We did spend a lot of time with my mom watching movies and stuff, but we did manage to break away and go back to the newly opened Albany Museum.
Yeah.
And I have some of the pictures up, but we're not gonna go through each and every one of them. But oh yeah, this was another fun game. So taking a picture of you wearing your harbor pants to promote your second cousin's once removed by third marriage, their surf shop down in La Jolla. Lovely people, by the way. Laguna? Somewhere down there. Lovely people. They send you swag, and then you go. We take pictures of you. So,
shout out to Jade.
Yeah, there you go, Jade. This is Parker wearing her harbor surf pants, as far away from the ocean as we could get her, in front of the Newtonville post office, established in 1852, because they were doing a lot of surfing in Newtonville. Not. There's a whole bunch of those, and even I took a picture of the historic sign for two reasons. Number one, because anybody that's from upstate New York, or even kind of the Northeast for that matter, should be pretty familiar with these kind of signs. They are all over the place. And because a lot of the, 13 colonies, American history, famous people, we went by Martin Van Buren's house on the way to see Uncle Jason, right? Mm-hmm. And he was one of our presidents, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Definitely. We were playing bullshit in the car with Grandma. Like, he wasn't... Van Buren wasn't a president. Van Buren absolutely was a president, but I don't think Pierce was. Damn it, Pierce was. He was the president before Lincoln. We forgot about him.
I only know about like 3 presidents.
But anyways.
3 out of the 51.
But even the historic sign looks historic at this point. It's all bent over and rusted, like it's been there for 100 years.
Hasn't it?
But the other thing, let me call your attention to... Look at the lovely color of the mud and the water and the beautiful sky and the beautiful trees and the power lines. Such a gray... Anyways. It reminds me of why I like California. So, oh, there's the Excelsior. Oh, the harbor pants in front of the castle, the great castle of Albany, a.k.a. the state capitol.
Someone lived there.
No,
someone lived in the other one. They
don't live. The governor lives in the mansion. This is where the New York State Legislature and the New York State Senate. So it's like a miniature version
of what the president does.
Of like the federal government.
Oh, yeah. Definitely did that.
And then also across the street is the city government, which I showed you. I don't think we have pictures of that. But that's where City Hall is in Albany. But down in there, they had the Corning Tower, which is, for Albany, one of the tallest buildings. So you can get, a beautiful view. Again, look at that gorgeous sky. I mean, don't you just want to... Yeah. The Hudson River, which if you follow it far enough down goes to... we did some learning. So... hopefully that'll get you some extra credit at school. I thought it was pretty handy because right under the window that you're looking out, they kind of tell you what you're looking at, right? Yeah. Are those harbor pants? And we could kind of skip through. Oh, wait. Let's stop at this picture because, my, what a handsome couple they are. Yes, very good. Oh, look at that. History and art. Boy, Albany just packs it all in. This is all in we were there for like an hour and a half. So, one of my favorite things, because we've been here both when you've been younger and now, which is to go through the museum. And they have kind of a faux little New York City display. So you can see Parker hanging outside the... subway car. We got some dinosaur bones. Oh,
big elephant.
Oh, look! I was trying to do your pose there, although I don't have the harbor pants on. There, you do it better, I think. But I didn't notice we faced opposite ways. Did you notice you faced one way?
Yeah.
And I faced the other way? Yeah. I need to do something about those boots. Like, what's going on there? Anyways. All right. So this is the part of the museum where you can learn about the history of New York City.
They're signing something.
They're signing something.
Do I know who they is? No. I know city.
Hey.
Water.
That's New York. And that's me. And
big elephant.
that is the Cohoes Mastodon.
Weird looking elephant.
So Cohoes was a little town near where I grew up. So anyways. Oh yeah, we visited. Of course we can't. That was random just having the Target. There was not a Target truck in the middle of the museum.
Says who?
There wasn't. But I don't know. The Target dog seemed to be a little bit overworked in New York. Either that or it seems to take a lot of abuse because I can't imagine that's actually like a planned out display. Do you think? Like that doesn't look like, or it's a very, like that is a very angry Target worker right now. This is us on a private jet. No, not. But it kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Just the way the photo came out. Oh, back on the tower. Okay, I think we've done the photo montage. Oh, I know what we didn't talk about.
Stickers.
Well, today we went to Petaluma.
And we got stickers.
We got stickers, but the stickers kind of go with... Hold on.
Oh, yeah, the M&Ms.
Yeah. So, apparently, I guess now they're trying to get us, because we don't buy enough stuff since we've been all locked up, is limited editions of stuff.
Covered up.
What?
Your camera's covered with the Google.
My camera's covered up with what?
Google. You have to... There you go.
Oh. I was sharing my screen?
Yeah, I can see what you're doing on this side now.
Oh, look at you. Okay, so we got David Bowie, limited edition M&Ms. And if you go to M&Ms.com or M&M Mars, I think is the company here.
This is not sponsored.
Who, by the way, does not sponsor us. But if they want to, we're more than happy to promote.
We ate 2 bags already.
Yeah, the minis and the peanut butter ones didn't last very long. But I do have to say that our biggest letdown was that the actual M&Ms do not have the David Bowie.
I have an M&M.
Sure. The actual M&Ms are not... They don't have the David Bowie Ziggy Stardust flash on them. So I feel a little bit gypped, but at the same time, I think I also understand that would probably be a pretty big price increase to get that level of detail onto each and every M&M. And as I've been discovering, especially with the peanut M&Ms,
very oddly shaped.
Yeah, very oddly shaped. I think I better take it. Oh my God! Here, another company that does not sponsor us, but we're totally prepared. So one of the other things that we got hot and heavy too while we were back in New York was Dunkin' Donuts. Every day, twice a day.
I like the apple fritter, or no, what are they called? The French fritter or
French crullers. French crullers. The other thing we did is we had a fancy meat dinner with Grandma. So, went out to a really nice butcher shop, had some hand-cut fillets done, seared them in a cast iron skillet, and finished them off in the oven. And what we had, we had fresh rolls and salad, and what else? Did we have potatoes that night too?
I don't think so.
Or rice. It might have been the rice.
No, we had rice when Will was over.
Oh, so it was the au gratin potatoes then?
Yeah.
Basically cheese and potatoes.
Yeah.
Meat, cheese, potatoes.
Salad.
Irish meal. Everyone was happy.
Bread.
And Irish butter. We got the $7 tub of butter because of again, we wanted to do a nice I like to cook for my mom when we go back east, and I think I'm a pretty good cook.
Shout out to Grandma.
Maybe we'll go up to six listeners.
Does Grandma not listen to the podcast?
If we send her the link, I think she will.
She wants to make YouTube videos.
Oh, hey, let's talk about this.
Oh.
So what are your thoughts on winter now that you got to spend a week back in it?
I think it'd be nice for a vacation, but I couldn't live there. No.
A vacation to winter?
Or vacation for winter in New York. Or in New York for winter, for a week.
What was the part you didn't like the most? It was cold all the time.
I mean, I kind of like the cold because I got to be in hoodies the whole time, but I can also do that here. But
you got to fully live your emo.
But every time we have gone there, no matter what season, there's never been snow.
No, you were there in Norwich when we had snow.
Oh, it was like a little bit of snow.
It was a little bit of snow.
Not like snowstorm.
Well, that's okay. That's why we left early. And speaking of leaving early, so I thought this was hilarious. And I think it's probably just because where we live, more people, we have a bigger airport. It's an international airport.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is why I use the fly clear versus the pre-check, TSA pre-check, because even at SFO, TSA pre-check line is pretty long. The fly clear, as long as I'm not in it, goes pretty quick. It goes quick for everybody else.
Wait, can I get the fly clear, or is that what I have to be 16 for?
It's when you have to be 16 for that.
But I get the
You can get pre-check.
Yeah, I can get pre-check now.
Yep.
Can I get pre-check?
Can I get pre-check?
That'll be our next.
But no,
podcast.
when we went to fly out of Albany, New York, there was the only people using pre-check were the pilots and flight attendants.
Yeah.
And there was a line all the way out they up over the bridge that connects the parking garage at Albany Airport to the terminal.
Yeah.
And the line was all the way back there. So I thought that was, thumbs up, TSA pre-check Albany. We were able to got through security so fast that we were able to go have Starbucks made while we, for our rumbly tumbly flight from Albany to Newark.
That was a nice, that was flight in Newark that was really nice, the nice plane. It's Newark.
Yeah, but we had free tickets, so we were back in steerage. So in Titanic, we would have been the people locked behind the gate. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
And then Leonardo DiCaprio and the guys
Leonardo da Vinci?
DiCaprio Da Vinci picked up the bench and smashed it through the gate so that the people that were trapped below the boat could get to the up of the boat so that they could die up there instead of suffering below.
I like Outer Banks more.
Oh my goodness. Well, we were almost home, so we landed in San Francisco. We did check our bags.
In Albany.
In Albany, so that was kind of cool. So on our 12-mile walk through Newark Airport, we didn't have to drag the bags. I thought they came out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, you also went to the bathroom. I was waiting.
And then we took an airport or bus home, which was nice.
Yeah. After we had to go through the Starbucks to get to split the 20s.
Well, yeah, you have to pay cash. So, all in all, I think we made it in, we made it out. We saw Grandma, we gave her some quality time. We got to see Uncle Jason, and his family, and have some quality time with Uncle Jay. We got a little bit of history and did some learning. Mm-hmm. We captured your pictures. Mm-hmm. We learned some stuff. All right. Well, other than
Those are
that,
stickers.
oh, you want to share your?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we did get comments in the YouTube from Bonnie, aka Snowy Forest, back before she was.
What'd she say?
She said she actually loved the animal flashcards, and she would like to see more of your drawings of the animals. Now I saved the other ones. They're in here. I'm not taking them out this week.
That'll be next week. I have to make an entire set of them for the whole podcast.
Well, Bonnie, you heard it. So if you put in your request for which animals you would like to see Parker draw, or anybody for that matter.
I take commissions.
You're charging?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we should turn them into NFTs.
I thought that was cryptocurrency.
No.
Well, that's what Pete Davidson told me on SNL.
NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
Oh.
It's internet stuff and
Oh.
It's how you own things in the metaverse. I think I don't know. We'll do a little more research.
I take the money in Robux. And Robux gift cards.
All right. Well, maybe we'll end with our last little riff on products that are of a limited edition that we got sucked into the marketing for.
Oh yeah, the Starlight Coke.
Oh yeah, the Starlight Coke. So,
Don't mind me. I'm just.
do we have some? Oh, we do.
You're so fetching.
Left Coast Love 2020, not brought to you by
We will take sponsorships though.
Coca-Cola. We're ready for you, baby. We have Coke. We have Coca-Cola on hand at all times. The Starlight Edition, I suppose, or what I've been reading anyways, is it says it tastes out of this world. It tastes like space, and especially in these trying times, don't we all need a little space?
Yeah.
So I think it was really nice of Coke.
Will you get to Montage if I I thought they were Taylor Swift themed because she has a song called Starlight.
No. But maybe we could, call her people and get some synergy going between. Although I don't think Taylor needs any sponsors at this point. You know what? Let's end with the funny story. We can't name names. No. We're going to talk about Parker wanted a poster for her room. And she found an image on the internet.
Of the Avengers Endgame poster, but it's Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Swift game.
And we uploaded it to a website that we won't name to have it printed out into a poster. And we went to pick it up. And interestingly enough, as we were in the process of cashing out, the manager came up and started whispering through his mask all kinds of secret stuff to the 16-year-old girl that was trying to ring us up. And after he got done with, it was distracting how long he was like. So the young lady turns and looks to us and says, do you have did you take these pictures? Do you have, do you own these pictures? Can you, or do you have the permission of the photographer to print these pictures? And number one, it's pretty hilarious because this image consisted of 20 different internet created, airbrushed. Some of them weren't even photos. I think it was just fan art, It's like somebody's airbrushed version.
I know
they
a
were
couple
done.
of them were from the Reputation tour, Stadium tour, because I remember them from the Netflix thing they had, Netflix movie.
And the whole conversation's happening over the thing that's already printed and that we have the money in our hand to pay for. So instead of answering the young lady behind the counter, because the manager was standing on our side right in front of me, I turned to him and I said, look, okay, This came from the internet. It's already printed. It's one time only. It's for my daughter. It's for a 13-year-old girl's bedroom. We're not, printing off 50 copies of these and selling them on the internet or anything. And finally, they relented. They took our $20 and let us come home.
$20.75.
75 cents to have our copyright infringed double dose underground black market dark side dark web Taylor Swift / Avengers Endgame poster.
Thank you, Ceiling Green.
Poster in her room. So, all right, I think that's what we got for you this week. We went into New York. We made it back from New York.
I got stickers.
We won't thank our sponsors because we don't have any. And
thank you, Grandma.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There's our sponsor.
Grandma.
And we'll get back with you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.